Hi, my name is Jessica Baer. I'm an Indiana Wesleyan student. I'm going to be presenting to first-year nursing students as my audience, and they are going to hear about the topic of cystic fibrosis. So, imagine living your entire life, day by day, with a genetic condition that eradicates your ability to breathe correctly. It frequently lands you in the hospital and ultimately ends in shortening your lifespan. Imagine living every day with this condition that affects every organ in your body, affects your ability to eat, and affects your social life. This condition is cystic fibrosis. It's a genetic disorder that has all of these obstacles and many others, and it affects over 70,000 people worldwide, but yet few people know that it exists. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation has been developed with the aim to cure this disease, but more importantly, to improve the lives of those affected by it and their families, and to provide support and to provide a financial resource for them. This organization makes a difference on both the lives of the patients, their families, their friends, and everyone involved, because the disease affects so many people more than just the patient. To begin with, I will discuss the pathophysiology of cystic fibrosis, or CF, and how it changes the lives of those affected by it. Individuals with cystic fibrosis have a defective gene that they're born with. It usually is determined prenatally, so you can see it when mom is pregnant. And this gene causes thick mucus to build up throughout their body, but especially in their lungs and their pancreas. This buildup of mucus will clog the airways, which will trap bacteria in the lungs, leading to many infections that often mean hospitalization, intubation, which is a breathing tube, and sometimes they have to end up on full life support over just a simple lung infection that would present as pneumonia and URI. This buildup of mucus clogs the airways, which will trap bacteria in the lungs, leading to the frequent infections, like I said, and causes respiratory failure eventually. Due to the buildup of mucus, the patients will have a frequent productive cough with thick white mucus. So imagine when you're sick, you're coughing a lot. They have that every single day of their lives from when they're a baby. Any activity or exertion that they partake in will lead to worsening of their shortness of breath, and so basically they can't even go up a flight of stairs without needing oxygen. Cystic fibrosis additionally has a tremendous effect on the pancreas, which is an organ of the stomach that aids in digestion and the absorption of nutrients. It causes a decreased absorption that will lead to difficulty growing or gaining weight. Additionally, it will cause them to have large amounts of greasy, bulky stool, so this is kind of embarrassing for them. Like, they can't just go to the bathroom, everyone will smell it for a long time. Another symptom of cystic fibrosis that is detrimental is that every male affected by it will be infertile, and if the women get to live to the age of conception, they won't be able to conceive normally. Sometimes they're not completely infertile, but it's likely that they will be. So clearly, this disease has an overwhelming impact on the lives that it affects. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation identified the struggles that they face every day and was founded with the mission of helping them live the most productive possible life. Now that we've discussed the symptoms of CF, let's talk about treatment options for those living with CF and how that affects their lives as well. The first treatment option that they'll start at birth and will have every day until they die will be a nebulizer treatment, which is an inhaled medication. They have to get this 4 to 6 times a day, which is a big time commitment in itself. It's financially a burden as well. It's very expensive. These medications work by opening up the airways, which thins the mucus and prevents it from clogging the lungs and the airways as much. But it only works, maybe for an hour or two, and it doesn't completely open up the airways. They can also include antibiotics in the nebulizer treatments, so this will fight lung infections and prevent them. But eventually, these individuals become resistant to every antibiotic, so then you're stuck in a really bad place. Another way to fight the effects of the buildup of the mucus is to do chest physiotherapy. This is a traditional airway clearance technique that helps in the removal of the thick, obstructive sputum and should make breathing easier temporarily. But this is another huge time commitment. So basically, they have to have someone help them, and someone has to percuss, so hit their back, and they have to do that for 20 minutes at a time, 4 to 6 times a day. And that will hopefully loosen and mobilize the secretions that are built up down in their lungs, and then they can cough them out and they won't have so much shortness of breath. To fight the effects the mucus has on the pancreas, they can take supplements. These are big capsules that they would take before every meal, every snack. They can't just go drink a cup of milk without taking the supplement. And it will have a 50% improvement on the absorption of nutrients. So they're still going to be very deficient in all of their nutrients, which is going to affect their mood and how they feel, but it will help. So as you can tell, cystic fibrosis has a huge impact, and it is important that these individuals receive as much help as possible just to live their daily lives and have the ultimate quality that they can. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation is designed to do just this. So when I talk about this foundation, it's made up of a team of doctors, researchers, scientists, volunteers, caregivers, patients, donors that donate money and different resources. And they all are together with the common goal of finding a cure for CF and helping those who have it to have longer, fuller lives. They conduct research, they provide opportunities and support for individuals with CF, and they have developed accredited cystic fibrosis centers across the nation, and their goal is to have these centers in every country in the world someday. So these individuals can receive the specialized care that they deserve, because some hospitals just aren't equipped to take care of CF patients, and so it's good if they're in an environment where everyone understands their disease. The foundation has also developed grants to provide financial assistance for treatment affordability. You know, all of these medications or lifestyle modifications are very expensive, and most of them are not able to work at all, so they have to depend on their family or their family's insurance, and that will run out eventually. So the foundation provides that financial help to them. They also will host seminars with many speakers who educate the individuals who have it about the cutting-edge technology, the newest research about their disease. And what's really cool about it is that, if I had cystic fibrosis, I could bring all of my friends with, and they could hear about the disease and learn more about it so that they understand my life better. Most of all, the foundation provides support to the families and the individuals. They have counseling, they have therapy, they have pastoral care who will step in and check on them, so it's really nice. So as you can see, it is important to raise the awareness of the daily struggles of a person living with cystic fibrosis. In conclusion, it is a devastating condition that affects many aspects of their life, their body, their health, and their mindset. As the treatments and hospitalizations are so time-consuming, they have a huge social impact as well. Many of them, don't have a good friend group. They don't get the chance to date and get married like you or I normally would, because they're so, they're in the hospital all the time. So I just ask that you join with me in raising awareness about cystic fibrosis and about the foundation, and if you ever feel called to do so, it's an amazing opportunity to volunteer and get involved. Thank you.